back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my November wrap up and my December TBR, and I'm going to give you a quick tour of the Christmas decorations that I have for my bookshelves. I know this video is so late, but I was out of town all last week and I didn't have any internet service or cell phone service, so I'm finally happy to be back and have internet again and get to catch up on all of my YouTube videos because there are so many videos that have gotten posted in the last 8 days that I haven't been able to watch. So I have a fun evening of just sitting in bed watching YouTube and drinking some warm tea because it is nice and chilly outside. December is my favorite month of the year. I absolutely love December. I love the holidays. I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. I went ahead and put up some Christmas decorations, which I thought would be a lot of fun to show you what I have up so far. So I've put up some Christmas lights all around my bookshelves. And over here I have a little Merry Christmas calendar with a little magnet that goes on the days leading up to Christmas. Here I have a little candle from Bath & Body Works with a little candle holder that has a little snowman and Christmas trees. I did haul this in one of my prior vlogs, so I will post that down below if you're interested in seeing that candle vlog from Bath & Body Works. And I have this little Christmas tree here in the corner with some ornaments and lights and a little bow. So that's what I have so far. I'm going to try and do a little bit more throughout December, but since we've been gone for the past week, this is what I have so far. Okay, so moving on to my November wrap up. I read 2 books in November, so this part is going to be quite short. The first book I read is Hunting Prince Dracula by Kerri Maniscalco. This is the sequel to Stalking Jack the Ripper. I absolutely loved Stalking Jack the Ripper. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars, and this one I gave a 5 out of 5 stars. It is so good. It continues on with the story of Audrey Rose, and she is now a student at a forensic school in Romania. And things that happen are intense and there's so much suspense. Kerri Maniscalco is just amazing at just dragging out suspense. She can make anything suspenseful. It is so good. I do have a reading vlog on my reading Hunting Prince Dracula if you're interested in it. I will also link it down below. I love the characters still. There's so much wit and humor and sass and sarcasm that kind of balances out a lot of the dark and like gruesome murders that are happening. So just a very well balanced book, and it's so good and I cannot wait for the next one. I think there is going to be a next one. It kind of leaves off making us think that there is going to be another book. So I'm really, really excited about that, and I highly recommend picking it up if you enjoyed Stalking Jack the Ripper, because this one is even better. And the last book that I read in November is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This was Hannah and I's book club pick for November, and we had our live show last Saturday, not yesterday, but Saturday before, December 2nd. And I will leave that down below as well if you are interested in going to watch it. We do have, it's full of spoilers, so if you have not read The Night Circus, then just definitely, you know, be careful because that video is full of spoilers. I ended up giving this book a 3.75 out of 5 stars. It is adult magical realism. It's very whimsical, very atmospheric, lots and lots of beautiful description. But as far as the plot is concerned, the plot is lacking in my opinion, and also a lot of the character development. I feel like a lot of the characters are underdeveloped. This is not a plot-driven book. This is more of a whimsical, magical, sort of like atmospheric type book. Not all of the questions are answered towards the end. I feel like there were a lot of unanswered questions, and that made me dock it a little bit more. But if you are into books like what I've just described, I think you would really, really like it. This book is just so popular. It was published in 2012 and people are still just raving about how wonderful this book is. And I agree, it's very, very beautiful. But because I am such a plot-driven, like I love novels that are strong in the plot and in the characters, this kind of, it didn't meet my high expectations going into this book. But as I said, if you enjoy magical realism and you enjoy beautifully written, whimsical, poetic type books, I think you would really enjoy it. Okay, so moving on to my December TBR. The first book on my TBR is The Glass Bear by Lauren DeStefano. This is Hannah and I's book club pick for December, and our live show will be December 30th at 6 p.m. Pacific time or 8 p.m. Central time. This is also Owl Crate's November book. So if you got the Owl Crate in November, then you already have this book. So hopefully you're able to read along with us and join us for the live show. I'll leave all the information down below. We also have a Goodreads page, so definitely go check it out. We have a thread for The Glass Bear on there, and we divided this book into sections, and each section has a different discussion thread where you can go discuss like spoilers in detail. So you are, beware on the threads that, if you have not read up to, like, for example, the first thread is up to page 110. So if you haven't read up to page 110, there will be spoilers up to that page. I've already started it. I'm already on page 53, and so far I am really, really enjoying it. The premise of this book is we follow a 15 or 16-year-old young girl named Will. She is the fourth child of the king, and she is the king's only daughter, and she's being kept in secret in order to be a spy for the king. Now, Will ends up having these really unique powers where if she touches a person, they turn into a gemstone, which is very, very intriguing. And there is a cursed prince that comes into the story as well, and just it sounds so good. The synopsis of this book reminds me so much of Throne of Glass, which I absolutely adore, one of my favorite series. So I have high expectations for this book, and so far I have to say I'm not disappointed. I have really enjoyed the first 4 chapters that I've read, and I'm really enjoying Will's character so far. So I'm really excited to continue on with this book. The next book on my list is City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare. This is the 5th book in the Mortal Instruments series. I've already started it. I'm listening to it on the audiobook. I am a few chapters in, and so far I'm really enjoying it. I'm not going to go into any details because it is the 5th book in a series, but I adored City of Fallen Angels, so far I'm really enjoying the first couple chapters that I've listened to so far. So I think this is going to be a fantastic book. I really wanted to finish the series before the end of December, but I don't think that's going to happen just because I ended up reading books that weren't going to be on my TBR, but they now are on my TBR, which I'll explain in a second. But yes, so if I can finish City of Lost Souls in December, I'm going to be very, very happy. Okay, so on to the books that weren't on my TBR but have decided to make their way into my December TBR. The first one is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban and Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So last Sunday when we were driving to go out of town to go on vacation, my husband and I learned, which I don't know how I overlooked this, but I learned that he has never read a Harry Potter book. And I thought that he had read the first 4 books and then he had stopped after Goblet of Fire because they do get quite chunky. But he never has read a Harry Potter book. He's watched all the movies, but I was just so shocked. And I have all the books on audiobook. So I just pretty much stopped all of the books that I was reading, and I was like, we need to listen to Harry Potter because, one, it's December and it is very Merry Harry Christmas. Merry Harry Christmas to you, something like that. The readathon that happens every December where you read Harry Potter, well, that's going on right now. So we have already listened to book 1 and book 2, and now we just started Prisoner of Azkaban. This is my favorite book. I've already read Prisoner of Azkaban this year. I read it for Dewey's 24-hour readathon, so, but no shame. I have no problem with, listening to it again. I absolutely love Prisoner of Azkaban. It's my favorite. And hopefully, we shouldn't have any issues finishing this one this month, and I'm really hoping that we can finish Goblet of Fire. Alright guys, well that is pretty much it for this video. Comment down below, let me know some of the books that you read in November and some of the books that you plan on reading in December. And as always, I will see you next time in another video. Bye!